This and these have the T's, that and those don't. Remember that for this whole video. KLK Mi Gente, yo soy Ricky de Bilingüe Vlogs. Thank you for coming back to another video. You are struggling with este, esta, eso, esto. I know it because I see it in the comments and I see it with my students. So we're gonna fix that problem today. I wanna make this very in-depth video for you to get it right once and for all. Watch this video more than once. Also participate by commenting down below when you have the opportunity to do so. So that way I can see if you're getting it right or wrong. I would definitely comment back to you in the comments after this video. So let's start with esto and eso. Esto means this, literally just means this. Not this phone, not this plant, not this book. There's nothing that follows after it. It's just this. If you want to say what is this or this is a blah, 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 then you will use the word esto. ¿Qué es esto? Oye, mi loco, pero ¿qué es esto? Esto, okay? Esto. We don't know the gender. We don't know what it is. We're going to use esto to say this. Same thing goes for eso. If we don't know the gender of it, we don't want to mention the gender of it. We just want to say that by itself, not that phone, not that plant, not those books, not any of those things. We want to say just that by itself. We're going to use the word eso. Oye, pero ¿qué es eso? Oye, mi loco, pero ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? What is that? Not what is that thing. I didn't say ¿qué es eso cosa? Because I can't say that. Doesn't even sound good when I say it because it's not right? So let's not say that. It's just ¿qué es eso? Oh, eso es el soporte portátil para mi cámara. Now, this doesn't have to be just for things. We also use esto and eso for ideas, things that are not tangible. Let's say that you're telling me something, I'm like, wow, I like that. I could say, eso me gusta, or me gusta eso. Let's say that you have this jacket on and I'm touching your jacket. I'm like, wow, esto me gusta, or me gusta esto. It's literally, I like this. Yes, this is una chaqueta, but I'm not saying I like this jacket, esta chaqueta. No, I'm saying me gusta esto. I like this. So if I want to use just this by itself or that by itself, then we don't put anything after it. I really have to make sure to drill that into your mind because you don't know how many times I've heard people say things like, me gusta eso chaqueta. No funciona así, mi loco, por favor. Llévate de mí y sepa que no funciona así. Muy bien, so let's get into the other part. So I said this and these have the T's, that and those don't. So let's go to the this and these part of the conversation. We're going to use the this and these that have the T's. We're going to use them when things are close in proximity to us. I can touch these things. So most likely I'm going to call them this or these, right? We have este, esta, estos, and estas. Now, we can't say them like that. They never go alone. Remember how I told you that esto and eso go alone? We can't use este, esta, estos, estas alone. They have to be followed by something. But first, let me break it down a little bit more. For este, it's going to be something singular and masculine. So, este celular. Notice there is something behind este. It has to be something behind it. Este celular. Este sombrero, okay? Singular and masculine. If we want singular and feminine, then we move to esta. That would mean this for something that is singular and feminine, of course. But it has to have something after it. Esta planta. Esta planta. And then if we want to say these for something that is masculine but plural, we will say estos libros. We can't have estos alone in this case. Estos libros, okay? And then if you want the feminine plural of these, we need estas, like estas botellas, okay? Does that make sense? I want you to look around your room right now. Take a break, pause, look around your room right now and point to at least 4 things and using these things. So for me, I can point to esta planta, esta camisa, estos pantalones, estas luces. Okay, so I want you to do the same thing right now. Comment it down below as well. However, this doesn't just go for things that are physically close to us in proximity. This could be a day, it could be a month, it could be whatever. Like, este mes quiero practicar más español. This month I want to practice more Spanish. So it doesn't have to be just something that's tangible. So just keep that in mind. So if I want to use these in a sentence, then I would say something like, este celular es negro. Esta planta es verde. Estos libros son pesados. Estas botellas de agua están vacías. Okay, so we can use them in a sentence in that way. Okay, so my microphone broke, so I gotta use my phone, so don't judge me. But anyways, you see now that the table's a little bit further from me. Like, it's not like I can just reach up and grab these things from where I'm at right now. So what do I do in that case? This and these have the T's, that and those don't. So now it's time to talk about the ones that don't have the T's. So if it's not so close to me anymore, you know, it's still maybe in the same vicinity, but it's not so close to me, so I'm gonna refer to them as ESE, meaning that, and that's singular and masculine, like ese celular. We have esa, which is singular and feminine, meaning that, like esa planta. We have esos, meaning those, and that's plural and masculine, like esos libros, those books. And we have esas, which is plural and feminine for those, like esas botellas. So the same rule applies. We cannot have them alone. Ese, esa, esos, esas needs to have something after them. Why? Because it's not eso, it's not esto, which don't require anything after them, right? These ones do because you're specifying what you're talking about. So, ese celular es negro. Esa planta es verde. Esos libros son pesados. Esas botellas están vacías. Like I said with este, esta, estos, estas, and remember that it doesn't have to be with tangible things. For example, if it's like that month or that day, I would say ese día, ese mes. Just like we did with este and estos and things like that, I want you to look around your room, find 4 things that are not really close to you, and I want you to write them down in the comment with the demonstratives, you know, saying things like ese celular, esa planta, esos libros, esas botellas. Give me a full sentence so that I can see that you're really understanding what we're talking about here, because guess what? We have one more level after this. Okay, so next I'm gonna give you the words that we need, and then I'm gonna give you some examples of how to use those words. So when something's really far away, like not as close as this table was to me for me to call those things, you know, that and those, we have to use a whole different category of words, and those words would be aquel, aquella, aquellos, and aquellas. Aquel would mean that, singular masculine, and it's like that way over there. Aquella would be the same thing, but it's going to be singular and feminine. Aquellos would be those way over there, masculine and plural. And then aquellas will be the same thing, but it's just feminine and plural, okay? So for example, we're gonna exaggerate a little bit because they're not really that far from me, but we're gonna just to teach the lesson, we're gonna do that, okay? Okay, so as you can see, I'm here at this table. I'm here by the table. But if you look over there in the corner, in el rincón, we can see 4 items. So since they're really far away from me, I can say aquel balón de básquetbol o de baloncesto. Aquella alfombra. Aquellas pesas. Aquellos zapatos y cosas así. Okay, so I would definitely say, you know, those types of words like aquel, aquella, aquellos, aquellas are the least common, but they still do exist and it's good to know. So now you know. Oh snaps, oh snaps. You thought we were done? We are not done. Because guess what? Remember before when I told you that you cannot have, you know, este, esta, estos, estas by themselves? Well, guess what? That's true. Unless when you're writing it, you know, you put an accent over that first E there, okay? When you put an accent over the first E, and this doesn't go just for this and these, you know, este, estos, estas, esta. It goes also for ese, esa, esos, esas, aquel, aquella, aquellos, aquellas. It goes for all of those. That means that you're saying not this, it's no longer this. It becomes this one or these ones, things like that. So for example, ¿cuál celular te gusta? Me gusta más este, este. That means this one, okay? This one. So just keep that in mind. If you do want to use these words by themselves, you will be saying this one. But if you're not saying this one or these ones or those ones or that one, if you're not saying that particularly, then you need to have something after those pronouns, okay? Does that make sense? So now it's time to put into practice all of these words. I want you to see them in a real life application. So, me loco, pásame esa taza allí, por favor. ¿Esta taza es mía? No, esa taza. Yo no quiero esa taza. Yo quiero esa. Oh, entonces tú no quieres esta. Tú quieres esa. Obvio, mi loco. No esa. Esa allí. Pues, ¿por qué no dijiste eso desde un principio? Tú estás loco, eh. Este árbol es feo. Ese árbol es feo también. Pero aquel árbol es bonito. If I'm speaking in a plural sense, estos árboles son feos. Esos árboles allí también son feos. Pero aquellos árboles o aquellos árboles son bonitos. Muy bien, tú eres un buen estudiante. Now it's time for a pop quiz. Let's go, let's get it. So for this pop quiz, what do you gotta do? Well, I'll tell you. You have to listen to the sentences, and if they're wrong, write the correct answers down in the comments. If you paid attention to this video, you should know the right answers. ¿Qué es este? ¿Qué es este? Eso carro es muy bonito. Eso carro es muy bonito. Me encanta ese edificio. Me encanta ese edificio. Me encantan estos columpios. Pero este es mi favorito. Esto arco es mi favorito. Esto arco es mi favorito. Esa es un letrero. Esa es un letrero. Mi gente, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. Hopefully I left you without any questions. However, I'm sure there's some things that you're unsure about. If you are unsure, drop them down in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Share this video, like this video, because I want as many people to see this as possible because it's very helpful. I want you guys to stop getting this wrong and to excel in your Spanish learning journeys. So make sure to share. Also, comment and subscribe. Ya tú sabes, nos fuimos.